Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're doing part 5 of our 5-part napkin series. And for today's project, I'm making a greeting card. So let's get started. Okay, so for this card, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And so this is an A2 size card, and that means it's 5.5 by 4.25. And what I wanted to do is just do something a little bit different. And I was looking at the colors of the napkin, and I was like, you know what, that black would look really pretty. And I took my stamping block and I traced it. I actually had it laying on the paper here, and I was like, what? That looks awesome. I can trace a shape out of this. And so that's what I did. I just took black paper and traced a shape out of it. So the next thing I did was I took my gel pens and I just made a little border, a double stitched border around it. So just an idea. And I used my Uniball gel pens. One is in silver and the other one is in gold. And I love the look that that gave it. So I was just kind of bringing out some of the colors that were already in the napkin. So what I'm going to do is I was trying out a shape. I needed something a little bit smaller than this. So of course, you know, I like to use my little cardboard backing from packaging, and I wanted to make a shape that was just a little bit smaller. So let me just show you how I did this, and this will become my traceable for future projects. Just wanted something a little bit smaller to fit in the middle because I want to layer this card. So all I did was I took my block and I just kind of placed it on here. Just a white piece of, this is packaging again, but you could put this on cardstock. And I just traced it. Let's see how I can get this. I just traced it a little bit on this side. I'm going to just bring that in just a little bit. And I wanted it to be smaller. So that's what I did. And you may have to wing it a little bit. And then I went around this way, kind of lined it up. And I'm always about using what you have to create shapes. And so I just did it like that. And that's how I got that shape. Now you can cut it out and use it for your project. And so that's what I'm going to cover with the napkin. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the entire process of how I did this, or how I'm going to cover this. So you want to have it in the white. You want to have a white background, and you want to separate your napkin also. So I'm using the Craft Bond Elmer's Extra Strength glue stick. And let's just go ahead and separate this. And I think a lot of the napkin is already separated. So since I've been playing around with it all week and getting all of these projects out of the one style napkin, I'm hoping that y'all are inspired. And so I don't want the butterfly part. I want this bottom part because I'm going to use that as a base for my card. So I don't want that butterfly part in there, and I think I can do it. I think this is the perfect size. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'm just going to take my time cutting it out. Okay, so that's what I got, my shape here. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and line it up on here just to make sure. But before I do that, I just want to make sure it fits in here. And it does. Fits perfectly. So if you want, you can kind of cut it down Don't be afraid to play with it just a little bit. If you need to cut it down just a little bit more, it's okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this up. And I just want to make sure that the edges are really glued up. When you do it like this, you just want to make sure the edges have a lot of glue on it. Well, not a whole lot, but it's covered all the way so your napkin doesn't peel off. Okay, so I'm just kind of tilting it so I can see the shine on there, and there's some areas that are still not shiny, so you just want to make sure you have enough coverage on there. And you can do this, like I said, with just cardstock. So I want to make sure I don't want to have the butterfly in there, I want that bottom part there. I'm going to do it like this because I can still see the outline and get it straight on there. I want to have that little bit of a flower on there too. And so I'm just rubbing it in. Make sure your hands are not sticky because it may rip your napkin. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it in. Okay, so that's what I've got right now, smooth finish. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. This is what you'll have once you cut it away. And what I did was I just used my fussy cut scissors to kind of delicately cut around that napkin. And so now it's time for us to put our napkin together. I'm sorry, our card together. Okay. And we're going for this look right here. Just like that. I just love the way that blends together. So all I'm going to do is use my crafter's tape. I love the way this black looks on the blue, that light blue. And I wanted to, all I did was pull out different elements of my napkin. And it looks like I ran out of my tape. See, got another one handy here. Yeah, I just went for it and just pulled out all the elements that were in this napkin. So I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so we got that. And that's going to go here, just like that. Look how pretty that looks. And now if I want to add dimension on this, I can. I could actually put some foam squares on this and give it some dimension if I want to, but I'm going to leave it like this. And I'm just going to glue it on here. And you see how this is coming together? So a lot of times in my videos I do the entire base as a napkin, but for this one I thought I'd just kind of layer it. And this is so pretty. Just like that. Look how pretty that is. And this is not going to have a sentiment, but if you wanted, you can still add a sentiment to it. I'm going to add my butterflies to this. So I made a butterfly embellishment in one of the previous videos. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link it below. That's one of my videos in the series. So go back and watch that. So look how pretty that's going to look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these butterflies. I have been thinking about this all week. And I could either put it like this, but I'm just going to have it just laying on top of there. And you notice I went around the edges with this. And I did that on purpose because to me it looks better when you're layering it. Look how pretty this looks. Yeah, but that other one that I did, the other embellishment, the butterfly embellishment, that's what you can use for your card. You can use that and put it on your card and have another decoration for it. Okay, so I'm gonna put it just like this. Now you've got a really pretty card. This can be a thank you card. I like to have cards where I can just write on the inside of them. So like this one, it can be multi-purpose, whether it's birthday, thank you, appreciation type card. This kind of does it all. And then you can go back now and add some things in on the napkin if you want. Or I can put some things around the edges here. It's just up to you. So I did this in another video where I just kind of outlined some things on here. And you can do that on this too. And that way you're just letting your napkin do the work for you. So I have really had so much fun with this series, and I hope you did too. I hope you've been inspired by all of the ideas I've been showing you. And just have fun. This has really been a fun series for me. And I'll leave that one like that. And so if I want, I can go and put stuff in here. I may do that, but for right now, I think I'm just going to leave it as is. But I will put all of the supplies that I use below. This is absolutely beautiful. I am loving this. I will also put the playlist to all the other videos below in the description. This is the part 5 of the 5-part series on napkins. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I appreciate all the wonderful comments that y'all have been leaving regarding this series. I'm glad you're loving it, and I'm loving it too. So I will see you real soon. Bye.